U.S. authorities have warned that truckers could target the Super Bowl and State of the Union address inspired by the massive blockades which are causing chaos on the U.S. Canada border. Canadian truck drivers have been at the country's border protesting the requirement for people to be fully vaccinated to cross the U.S. Canada border. The bumper-to-bumper demonstration by the so-called Freedom Truck Convoy has been taking place at the Ambassador Bridge crossing for the last 4 days. Image: children sit on a sofa placed on a blocked road at the Ambassador Bridge protest. Read more. Freedom Convoy: why are Canadian truckers protesting? While hundreds of demonstrators have also paralyzed the streets of downtown Ottawa for almost 2 weeks and maintained blockades at another border crossing at Coutts, Alberta. Advertisement: the Super Bowl and the State of the Union address. The protests have caused issues for the auto industry, as well as other sectors between the two countries, and now similar truck convoys could cause problems for the upcoming Super Bowl this weekend. U.S. authorities have braced themselves for the possibility of such copycat demonstrations across the country, with the Department of Homeland Security sending a bulletin to local and state law enforcement agencies warning them of disruption. It said it has received reports that truckers are planning to potentially block roads in major metropolitan cities. Please use Chrome browser for a more accessible video player. 126 lines of lorries at Canada border. Read more. Trudeau calls for end to trucker protests. The bulletin stated that a protest could begin in Southern California this weekend, possibly affecting traffic around the Super Bowl, before reaching Washington in March for the State of the Union address. However, the department said there have been no calls for violence in relation to the demonstration. Toyota forced to suspend production. The protest taking place at the U.S. Canada border has already caused Toyota to shut down production at its plants in Ontario and Kentucky due to supply issues. The largest Japanese automaker said it is experiencing multiple dropped logistics routes across the supply base and would be suspending work through Saturday. Ford also closed its Ontario plant on Wednesday but reopened it just a day later. This interruption on the Detroit-Windsor Bridge hurts customers, auto workers, suppliers, communities, and companies on both sides of the border, the carmaker said in a statement. Please use Chrome browser for a more accessible video player. 218 Canadian protesters causing untold economic harm. Read more. Ottawa mayor declares state of emergency to deal with trucking blockade. We hope this situation is resolved quickly because it could have a widespread impact on all automakers in the US and Canada. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said the Biden administration is watching the bridge blockade closely, noting the risk to the auto industry. Protests spread to Europe. Meanwhile, authorities in Paris and Belgium banned road blockades in a bid to prevent any disruption. The ban, along with a threat of prison time and heavy fines, was prompted by online chat groups in France that have been calling for drivers to converge in the capital on Friday night and drive to Brussels on Monday.